Hello. Good morning. Today is April 9th, 2020. My name is Jen. Welcome to Cyder House Crafts. Welcome. Hi, how are you? So I'm going to be doing these in separate videos. I actually did a video to say I was doing separate videos, but then I just deleted it. Weird, right? I hope you're okay and you're keeping well during this period of time that we're not going to talk about anymore. Because I'm so sick of hearing about it. I feel bad for families, but I don't want to talk about it. I just want to get on with this video. There's a new video over on Sprite 966, lovely Helen. She podcasted yesterday. There's a new Naughty Nitwits that I saw. There's a bunch of new ones. Ellie from Craft House Magic, she did a commercial sock yarn video. And there's a lot of sewing videos going on and loads of cross stitch, which I've been enjoying. And yeah, but today's not about that. Today's about the knitting projects. So what I'm going to do is finish this introduction and stop the camera and save it as introduction. And then I'm going to do each of the videos for each object separately, because I'm using a new software called Filmora 9, which is excellent, by the way. I'm just have not acclimated myself very well with it yet, so it was a bit of a shit show, that other video. So I'm gonna split these up, and that way the transitions are a lot better. Yeah, so having said that, I guess we should get on with it. So, end of introduction. I'll see you in a second. Hi, welcome back. I'm going to start with a couple finished objects. One you already saw in the first video this week, but I'm going to show it again because I got some things to go with it. It's not hiding. I'm not hiding it very well. Anyway, yeah. So I finished the socks. I used Opal. It was ABO. It was, I guess, it was just like a range of different brightly colored wools. It was the first time I'd ever knit with this wool. And here, I'll hold these up and so you can see them while I'm talking. It was the first time I've ever knit with it, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's kind of rough compared to what I usually use. And my feet, for some reason, the tops of my feet are as sensitive as my neck area. Like, I can't stand having anything scratchy on my neck. And I put the first one that I finished on my foot, and it was fine. So I really like them. They're very bright. They're very summery. I guess the other thing I need to say is I knit them on 2.5 millimeter carbons, Knitter's Pride. Yeah, Knitter's Pride carbons. Toe up. My feet are not really wide, they're very narrow, so I do 30 stitches, 60 stitches in total, 30 on each needle. I knit them in magic loop. And I use the German short row method of creating my heels. And yeah, so I'm pleased with those, and I can't wait to wear them. I'm gonna block them and wash them and block them, and then they'll be on my feet by probably tomorrow morning. So yeah, so that's one thing done and off the needles, and one bag off my wall of shame, Helen. The next thing that I showed here on Monday was this, it's called the Snuggle Down Cowl. It's So Sweet Violet on Etsy, and yeah, I'm going to go back and get some more of her patterns because I really liked this. I knit this with Helen Duffin of Sprite 966, and yeah, it's a really nice pattern. It was knit with floof and some minis that I got from Giddy Yarns. I went back to Giddy Yarns to see if they had anything like the color scheme that I used to knit that cowl, and they did not. However, the Dorothy Days shop did, and that is a shop here in England, and they had this colorway, which is called Whirlpool Blue. And it's kind of out there in your face, but so were these before you added the floof, and I am adding floof. So I got this DK weight. It's a merino nylon blend, and I am going to knit mittens and include floof on those mittens to match the cowl. So that's the two together, and then that will be going to someone I love for Christmas. So there you go. So I really like that. So that was a new purchase. Yeah, so that's all for finished objects, and I'm gonna stop this video. Go on to the next one. Hi, we're back. The first of my whips I'm going to be showing you, I am knitting from the Harry Potter Knitting Magic book. I am actually knitting Hedwig. I'll show you a better picture of him. I think that Ellie from Craft House Magic and someone else are doing a Harry Potter knit along out of this book. You can actually get this pattern out of one of the knitting magazines. It's free this month in that magazine. I am knitting it out of Wool and the Gang and the Happy Cotton Way. Unfortunately, Wool and the Gang has discontinued the speckled, and so you can't get it anymore, which is really bad because this book's become very popular, and so I don't know if there's any other sources for that, but I can look. If you want me to look, I can look, and let me know if you want me to research that, and I'll try to find another spot for it. But this is Hedwig's head when it's formed, and this is a rear view of Hedwig. So yeah, so I'm making some progress on this. This is a gift from my youngest son who really wanted it. I can't really show it to you on the knitted. I can show you some of the knit side, but because I'm on the tail feathers right now, so now I'm knitting the tail feathers. Yeah, I mean, the instructions are so clear. Tana's done a great job with this book. Well, as far as this project goes, I haven't done another one. My next one's for my oldest son, which are some Expecto Patronum mittens. But yeah, so I've got one tail feather done. Started another. It looks like a nude from, or ood from Dr. Spock, from Doctor Who, with these two little eyes, which aren't really eyes because they are where the feet are going to be knit from. So yeah, like I said, the directions are fantastic with this. I am knitting them. Sorry for the clinking needles. Sorry about that. It's going to be annoying. I'm so sorry. Yeah, 3.5 millimeter, 4 millimeter, 3.5 US, I think. Nope, I'm lying again. 3.5 millimeter, 4 US, and they are Knitter's Pride or Knit Picks Majestics. They're wooden needles. I'm knitting on a lot of wooden needles at the moment. In fact, I think everything except for my sock projects are being knit on wooden needles. Yeah, it's a good project. If you've not knit toys, I wouldn't recommend using this for your first toy project, because this is my first toy, and I'm not struggling, but I've knit for a while, so it makes it a little bit easier. This is being held in my little gnome project bag from Helen of Sprite 966, and I like it. So cute, the little gnomes. Thank you for that, Helen, by the way. Yeah. So the next project I'm going to show you is the Goldfish Memory Shawl by Casapinka, and it is really good. I started this back at the end of January, and I should have had it completed by now, but I hit a bit of a hiccup with it in that there was a couple sections right together that were a lot of stockinette, and I was like, oh my goodness, there's so much stockinette, and it was, you know, just, it put me off it for a bit. As usual, I spoke to Helen and said it. She's like, yeah, but you can watch TV while you knit it. And I was like, no, I can't, because I'm not as good as you, and probably lots of you watching. And yeah, I'm not that good. I can knit in the car while it's moving and not throw up. And I've heard so many people say, I can't knit in the car because it makes me want to vomit. I can, for some weird reason. I can knit in the car, but if I am reading in the car, I get so sick. It's really weird. Anyway, yeah, so I picked it back up and I persevered, and I am now on section 12, which is the last section of this shawl. So hopefully, with only 23 rows to go, then this will be the last time that you see this on needles. So I'm going to hold it up. It's an asymmetrical shawl, so it's kind of difficult to show, But yeah, so this is sections. What you see where my finger ends is 1, 2, 3, and 4 sections. And this is section 5 through 7. And the lace section is section 7 here. There we go. I'm not going to talk a lot about the pattern itself and what techniques were used because it is a paid for pattern. So, and then 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, and 11 are done. I am on my last section, as I said, section 12, and I've only done one row, so you can't see anything, but it's basically the setup row for the lace bit, and I am on the end bit of my yarn, and this is Edgar. And I can't think of the maker. She's Canadian. Yeah. But anyway, so that's that. Yeah, I don't think I would knit it again, only because I would, you know what, I'm not going to say that. The pattern's really good. She's a really great designer. She has a lot of patterns that are so nice. But I would have to, it's like having a baby. You forget it. You forget the pain after a year or so. So I would have to have that year to forget the stockinette sections before I knit it again. But you know, it would be, I mean, I knit it in this kind of modelly green and the black because it was for Halloween time. And maybe if I get closer you can see it. Because it's a mix of my own dyes and other people's. But, like I said, maybe I'll pick it up and do it knitted again next year, but in, I don't know, maybe oranges and blacks? I don't know. Although, probably not oranges and blacks. Probably a cream, because the black lace section was really difficult because I was knitting with black. But yeah, so nearly done, nearly done. Anyway, that is being held in one of my bags. One of my Halloween bags with the kids and cats. Hey, the next project that we're going to talk about are a pair of socks that I was knitting in parallel with the socks that I finished and showed you earlier. They are residing in one of my Cider House Crafts bags. Yeah, I like this bag because I like daisies. And I'm starting to like the color pink more. I never liked the color pink, but now I do, as would be evidenced by the toe of the sock. So these haven't had a whole lot of love. I think they've had like 2 rounds of love since I showed them on Monday. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of love on these socks now. And these aren't going to be short. They're not going to be ankle socks. They're actually going to be full-size socks. So they're for me. I like me socks. Anyway, I'll show you the wool in a second. Again, I knit on 2.5 millimeter Knit Pride carbons. I love these. So it is really carbon. So the black part is carbon, and they actually do get warm in your hand, and they are lovely, just lovely to knit with. And my camera doesn't like them. There we go. They just warm up, and they're just really nice to knit with. Everything slides. I know a lot of people talk about the cables from some, you know, of these types of needles and how they grab when you try to push your project back up on them, but these carbons, they don't do that. And I really enjoy knitting with them. I have the full set of interchangeable carbons as well, which I really want to use on a sweater project that's in a bag over there, but has to wait. But yeah, so let's talk about the wool. The wool for this project is, first and foremost, heels and toes, is a Knit Pick Stroll Fingering in the Dogwood Heather colorway. This is Peruvian wool, and it is a very soft. So that's what that looks like close up. Here we go. Yeah, it's coming out a little bit brighter than it really is, but yeah, it's a lovely color and it's so soft. It's very soft. And the next wool is mine. It's a vintage, what did I call it? I can't remember. I can't remember the name of my own wool. I can't remember. I'll look it up. Anyway, this is what this looks like in the cake. I really love these colors together. I don't know, a year ago I probably would have just left this in the shop and let it sell, but I really like that color now, and yeah, I'm really hoping that I have enough of it left to put into my granny square blanket and a little bit for my miter square blanket as well. So anyways, so that's one more project that I have going on, and yeah, I think moving forward I tried to get away from socks after Christmas because I knit so many socks at Christmas, but I just can't live without having a pair of socks on the needle, so there you go. The last project I'm going to show you is the Malibu top. It's a pattern on Garn Studios. I'll put a picture of it here. So this is as far as I am with this. I'm really enjoying the mix of the seafoam green here in the top, and I really want to get back to this because, yeah, I just want to wear this top. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Plus I have the wool to, or the cotton, to knit it in the color that you saw in that photograph. So yeah, so hopefully I'll get back to that. I do enjoy Garn Studio patterns. They are really nice, and they're all free. Hello, free is good, right? Anyway, that's the end of the whips. And I have, I believe, one more thing to show you. Hey, the last thing that I wanted to show you was a little purchase that I did not make. I will admit that I was the person that put it in our Amazon cart, but I meant to move it out to my saved items. But Ian saw it and he purchased it for me as a gift, probably because he doesn't want me to go mad any more than I want him to go mad while we're stuck in for, okay, we've been doing this for 2 weeks I think now, so I have 10 weeks to go. Anyway, he bought me the Great British Sewing Bee Sustainable Style book, and it does have full-size patterns, and I think one of the best things about this book is this isn't the book. I was really surprised to see that it came in this, like, I mean, it's cardboard, it's not, you know, heavy something or other, but it is pretty sturdy, and the book's here. And when you remove the book, all of the patterns are there, which is really nice. Now, I can't really speak to the book because this just came in last night and I haven't had an opportunity to even look through the pages, so you'll be, oh, whoops, almost fell. This is the inside cover. Sewing. Anyway, the foreword is written by Patrick and Esme Young, who is this nice little lady here, and Patrick, who is pretty crafty cool. Oh my goodness, I would love him to make a suit for my husband. But there they are again in their foreword, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. But yeah, there are dress patterns in here, there's projects, they talk about fabric types and, you know, just tips on, you know, graduating sizes and putting zippers in and all sorts of happy things. But there are patterns, like the pattern, oh my goodness, I really want to make this sleep set. Oh, I want to make this. I really want to make that. Okay, sorry folks, just give me 1 second. Bookmark. First thing I'm making out of that book. So yeah, so I think it's going to be great now that I'm saying that. It's really going to be good. And because these patterns are this really heavy paper, I'm obviously not going to cut them out. What I am going to do is I am going to trace them with my tracing paper and, sorry, and then I'll have them forever. It will be so good. I'm going to have to look at that little chemise set that I've just bookmarked And now I really want to say, hey, you guys have a good day. Such a selfish cow. I'm looking at, basically they're saying, why not use prints or use up any jersey fabric that you have in your stash? I've promised someone a pair of pajamas. You know who you are. Could you message me if you would wear this? Please message me if you would wear that. Oh. Oh. Oh, I hope you'll wear it. This is what it looks like, girlfriend. Message me if you'll wear that. That is so cute. Oh, want to make this. Now I'm gonna have to buy fabric because I want something really pretty in jersey. Oh my God, shame on me. I have so many pajamas in my drawer right now that are kind of exactly like that. Oh my goodness. Right, well, I must stop. I must stop. Anyway, I guess that's it for today. Hopefully, hey, I could test it on this behind me. That would be summery. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of stretch in that though, so maybe not. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so that's it for me for today. I hope that you all enjoyed today and it was a little bit better and put together. I shouldn't have said the date at the beginning because I'm actually, today is the 9th, right? Yeah, it's the 9th, but I'm not going to put this together until tomorrow, which is the 10th, so sorry. Hopefully, not hopefully, I will be back next week. I will have some spinning for you. And, oh my goodness! Oh, never mind. I will show you next week on Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday. I will show you some sewing. Anyway, I have some stuff going on here. Right. I will let you go. I hope you're well and that you keep well and stay inside. And I will speak to you later. Take care of yourselves. Bye.